Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Tonight we're back here with the kill count, and tonight, well, it's time for some mechanized mayhem with Chopping Mall. Yep, security drone's gone awry here, and if you, well, I'm just gonna let this film speak for itself. So let's check out Chopping Mall. So be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Let's go.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Chopping Mall, released in 1986, and a paragon of ridiculous mid-80s slashers. Chopping Mall is sort of a bait and switch. From the name and VHS cover, you're probably thinking of some Jason-esque killer stalking around a mall. But in truth, there's no chopping to be had, because instead of any blade-wielding spree killer, this movie gives us killer robots. And as if the killer robot premise wasn't off-kilter enough already, Chopping Mall is also rife with bizarre character moments and lines that leave you questioning if this movie's even for reals.
Let's go send those fuckers a Rambogram.
This is also our first Kill Count movie with a connection to Roger Corman, who helped finance this film and whose wife Julie Corman served as the producer. Since it's part of the Corman family, that means it's super fucking sleazy. So if you're into that, have fun. But the stuff I like most about it is the just not quite meta tone and the appearances of a couple genre mainstays, including Barbara Crampton and Joe Dante's best friend, Dick Miller. Fun fact, in this movie, Dick Miller delivers that last line of the extended Dead Meat intro that everyone's always asking about.
Go ahead and laugh, you guys. But if I ever find a little bastards that did this, they're dead meat.
Yep, we dicked ya. I'm also happy to mention that today's episode is brought to you by Loot Crate and their horror-themed specialty box, Loot Fright. You ever run into the same problem I always have, where you want to go to the store to buy esoteric horror props, but you're too damn worried about getting your head blown up by killer robots? Well, now you can skip the store and have horror toys and goodies delivered to your doorstep on a bi-monthly basis, in this case meaning every 2 months. Did you know that word can also mean twice a month? That's like an entirely different meaning, making bi-monthly a pretty useless word. Get a job, bi-monthly! But you can have that spooky box on your doorstep every other month by going to lootcrate.com and using the promo code DEADMEAT. You can remember the promo code by thinking of Dick. Thanks for the support, Loot Fright. Now let's get to the kills.
You know, actually, when you think of it like that, when you think Chopping Mall, you think of this, not robots. I wonder why they call it like that, you know? Which is kind of strange. Like, they have plans of using, like, an actual, slasher instead of just, robots. I kind of want to learn more about why they used that, but I think this was, like, before they went into deeper depths in this, but I don't know for sure. I think they just went straight through it. Sorry. I'm not too sure, but, well, might as well take a look back at this misleading film. So, let's see how many kills these robots get. Let's begin.
The movie begins with a robbery perpetrated by a guy who looks like he's running late to a grease lightning rehearsal. But before he can go burn up the quarter mile, he's stopped by a robot.
Stop right there.
The dude doesn't listen, and so the robot, numbered with a Man from U.N.C.L.-inspired ID badge, very slowly chases him down and eventually fires a taser at the dude, which shocks him to the ground. The end. How many kills did our robot friend get? I'm kidding.
No, we're not done yet.
Newfangled motion pictures playing for an audience at a presentation inside a shopping mall. A guy named Dr. Simon comes out and introduces his Protector 101 series robots, who are taking away American jobs by becoming the new security detail at a multi-story Park Plaza mall. He assures the audience that the robots aren't meant to kill and demonstrates how they can tell criminals from mall employees through their high-tech badge scanning visors. Cool barcode scanner, dude, but how are your stupid robots gonna even make it off that elevated platform without a ramp? That's sort of the great thing about the Chopping Mall killbots. They're both stupid as hell and pretty freaking cool at the same time. Designed by Robert Short to look like an updated version of the robot from GOG, a 1954 science fiction film, they could reportedly get up to 8 miles per hour in real life, but they still look like some clunky hunks of junk that not even a Jawa would bother to pick up and try to sell. I should also mention, for anyone who watched this movie and was confused about them, that there's a snarky couple in the audience who keep saying snide remarks to each other, but Statler and Waldorf, they ain't.
They remind me of your mother. It's the laser eyes.
I guess these characters, Paul and Mary Bland, are from the 1982 comedy Eating Raoul.
Maybe we could use one at the restaurant. Get rid of people we don't like.
No, I've never heard of Eating Raoul either. And no, I don't know why Chopping Mall has to take place in the Raoul-averse. With the present...
There's a Raoul-averse? Okay. What? Alright. I gotta say, weird start. Near fake out, And a cameo from a forgotten film called Eating Raoul. Your name. Anyway.
Presentation finished, we get ourselves a title card, which
there
kicks off an incredible opening credits montage featuring the most amazing 80s synth score you've ever fucking heard, my friend.
Oh!
This intro has everything. Little poopy chocolate boys, hot and heavy PDA of all generational cohorts, kids who want you to not have a cow man, and egregious booty shots of beauty pageant contestants riding and respecting the escalator. The credits end inside a diner that looks way too divey to be inside a shopping mall. But at least the decor includes a poster of Slumber Party Massacre, another cheesy 80s
second one, I think, right?
by Roger Corman.
Or is that
Man, Corman movies are like a whole
I saw the drill.
to themselves. It's in this diner of unlikely decor that we meet Allison and Susie, two waitresses who are waiting for their shift to end so they can have good times to the max. Susie is, of course, played by Barbara Crampton, legendary scream queen who was last on the kill count as the family matriarch in You're Next. Now, I'm not a big fan of how these ladies refer to this dude in the diner as an orca whale, but holy shit, he delivers my favorite line from anything ever.
Waitress, more butter.
Just that offhand delivery, man.
Waitress, more butter.
That guy's my hero. Elsewhere on the Park Plaza Mall are these three dudes who work at a furniture store, where that good times to the max party is gonna take place. They include the nerdy Ferdy, party planner Greg, and beer provider Mike. You did get the beer, right, Mike?
Come on. Dude, the fridge is packed.
Dude, okay, sure. Then we good, Mike, as long as you do your patented hip thrust and quack like a duck when you leave. Quack, quack. My man, the furniture store.
Okay. I can't say that's the weirdest we ever been introduced to a cast, but definitely up there, the whole whack whack. And the whole waitress, more butter. Yeah, definitely one of the weirder ones, I gotta say. Agree? Disagree? Let me know. Actually, let me know the weirdest way you ever seen a cast get introduced. Let me know. Anyway.
Party will be rounded out by Mike's girlfriend Linda and this recently married mechanic couple who gets way more backstory than you'd expect for characters in a cheap slasher.
We haven't had any fun since we sunk all our wedding money into the business.
Entrepreneurial newlyweds? Sure, I'll root for that. Allison expresses some concern about the after-hours party to Susie in a locker room at the mall for these mall diner waitresses? What the fuck kind of mall is this? Or is this just an excuse for the filmmakers to have more TNA? Oh, yep, definitely
probably TNA,
the Park Plaza Mall is just about to close, and
fun
fun fact, the mall exterior
is
played in different shots by both the Sherman Oaks Galleria, which is in my neighborhood, and the Beverly Center Mall, which, depending on traffic, anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours away. The mall gets zapped by lightning, which fries some electrical equipment, and everybody knows that frying your circuits is the best way to get evil killer robots. They waste no time in killing this tech Marty, who's sitting there looking at smut on the job. This place ain't paying you to wank it, Marty, so Killbots say you're a needless expense. They're here to increase the bottom line through blood. A little while later, Marty's co-worker shows up, and since I guess the Killbots hid the evidence of Marty's death, he puts his speed up to also mooch on company time. This dude, Technician Nestler, is played by Garrett Graham, last seen on the kill count, laying down rules for Andy Barkley and hanging out with Chucky on the stairs.
How's it hanging, Phil?
His genre credentials
we'll
don't
see that recount
tomorrow. Don't worry. Shoot a little harpoon thing into the back of Nestler's tech neck. It's another short and simple kill that mostly relies on a close-up insert because this movie pretty much had no budget. Frankly, it's amazing it got made.
No budget?
Everyone's having a good time at the furniture store party except for Ferdy, who's too nervous to enjoy himself since he's been set up on a blind date with Allison by all their wild and crazy friends. Work it, Babs! But the wholesome nerdy characters meet, and it's love at first sight. Good. That means this won't be an awkward furniture store party. Those are the worst. As the three Killbots begin their patrol duty on the various levels and sectors of the Park Plaza Mall, the kids inside the furniture store engage in what's a few feet away from being an orgy, with the couples hooking up on various pieces of furniture while whispering sweet meat nothings into each other's ears.
You smell like pepperoni.
Weird tactic.
Pepperoni? What?
You really think that's gonna work?
I like pepperoni.
Oh shit, nice save, bro. That just earned you some more gratuitous nudity. Still, the pepperoni thing isn't even the weirdest line in this scene.
Michael.
What? No.
Yes.
No, I don't allow that.
Wow, a dude definitely wrote this script. Instead of hooking up, Allison and Ferdy
I don't allow that.
An old 50s B movie. But eventually they
get it wasn't Night of the Living Dead. You know they love to use that.
Aw, now they're gonna miss the movie. Oh well, the end. How many victims did those killbots take down? And I'm just kidding again. That was the
Please
end of
don't
the
do that
movie on
again.
TV, you know, in case you couldn't tell. We've had plenty of boobs in this movie, so how about some dick? Dick Miller
Hi, Dick
plays
Miller.
custodian
Welcome back.
Walter Paisley, who's again a character from another movie. This time, the 1959 horror comedy A Bucket of Blood, which was directed and produced by Roger
yeah,
Corman.
Roger
Let me know if
Corman
you want me
again.
to cover that one. I haven't seen it yet, but as a pre-psycho horror film, I'm very interested in it. Walter is mopping up some
And he ain't
unseen
wrong.
grossness on the floor.
He actually has
with a
covered
bucket
it.
of mud when his
Ugh,
coworkers
that looks
walk up
bad.
and laugh at him for working so hard.
Go ahead and laugh, you guys. But if I ever find a little bastards that did this,
Usually
they're dead
kids.
meat.
Fuck yeah, dude. After
And
his coworkers
thus the
leave,
channel
Killbot
born.
number 1 rolls up on Walter and spills some of that nasty water
Oh,
at his
come
feet.
on,
You
man.
clumsy son of a bitch!
Walter shows that clumsy son of a bot his badge, but the Killbot don't care. It sends a cheap-looking electric cable into the water and sends a shot
Jump!
to
Oh
it,
boy, too late,
electrocuting
Dick.
Walter to death
Bye, Walter.
with fun hand-drawn effects that eventually become lit sparkler effects. Walter finally dies and falls to the floor, where his body is washed over with a
And
fog
mouth
machine.
blood.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Who's the dead meat now, Dick? Who's the dead meat now? Leslie.
Yeah, and also, poor Miller. Oof. Actually, didn't we see him in Gremlins? Or at least that's what I remember. You know, the guy that drew the bulldozer through to get the Gremlins. I think that's them, right? The Mao guys. Anyway, moving along.
Leslie wants a post-coital cigarette, and she convinces Mike to go buy some for her with a well-reasoned argument. Just kidding, she does it by showing him her boobs. He heads out into the abandoned mall and finds a cigarette vending machine, but while he's busy fluffing up his poof, Killbot numero uno rolls up behind him and demands identification.
Here. Klaatu, Barada, Nikto, okay?
Yep, for those of you who didn't know, that saying didn't originate in Army of Darkness, but instead the 1951
Barada,
sci-fi
Nikto.
flick The Day the
Okay.
Earth Stood Still.
Klaatu,
Do
Barada, Nikto.
Super nerdy fun fact, it's also referenced in Star
they
Wars.
say that in,
See,
like,
Klaatu was a dude at Jabba's
you know,
palace who
did
fought
they ever
with
say
Luke
that in the
Skywalker
remake of
on
the
barge.
Short
Barada
Story?
was another dude, a Clatuanian
Klaatu,
slave
Barada,
to Zach, who also
and
fought
Nikto.
Luke and died at Carkoon. And Nikto was the species that included Klaatu and other characters, like this guy Wolf, who's often mistaken for Klaatu by total noobs. Yes, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, and no, there will never be kill counts on him. Sorry. Anyway,
Yeah.
back to this other sci-fi classic. Killbot once subdues Mike to the ground
Ow.
with a dart thing, and then goes and kills him by missing with a clamp attack. We do see his cause of death in
think
a
he
second, though,
accidentally-
after Leslie comes looking for him, and somehow doesn't notice his body
You
sitting
okay?
right there until she's literally
Oh,
tripping
sorry.
over it. It's then that we see his throat was slit. So thanks for
Oof.
finding him, Leslie.
Wow, that's nice.
Don't scream, that's a solid effect. A pair of double doors opens inexplicably.
That's a
to
cuter
reveal
one.
Protector 1, who is waiting behind them in a shroud of fog. It chases Leslie down while
Run,
shooting
Leslie,
top-notch
run!
special effects at her, some of which hit her in the back and the booty. So I guess those blasts aren't all that powerful then. Oh
You were
my
saying?
God, never
Her
mind.
head blew
That
up.
lady's head just got blown to fucking pieces. Wow,
Yeah, no
what an awesome
kidding.
kill.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Nah, Killbot, thank you. As if things weren't
kidding.
already getting out.
I don't think Leslie's
Now,
having a
there
nice
are two
day.
of
You
them,
just
because
literally-
Protector 2 joins the head robot, and together they shoot down the glass doors to the furniture store. The horny
With
teens
blue
all run
ones
away
now.
and take various stunt falls, while neon-colored special effects whiz by them and destroy everything in the store. Yeah, dude, just try and stop those Killbots with a tiny table. They make their way
Can't
to
kill
a
them.
back room and barricade the doors with cardboard boxes, but I hope they're cozy in there, because the mall's high-tech security doors just lock them up tight, and the building won't open again until morning. In an effort to escape, they head into the air ducts, but after the ladies get inside, the robots breach their barricade, having used plastic explosives? Why the fuck do these mall security bots have plastic explosives in them? Who designed this shit? In any case,
I don't know,
that
was
sends
this
the
supposed to be
dudes
like the
running away,
SWAT
so now
option
the
of
teams
this
are separated. 3 women and 3 men for an even 50-50
Yep, 3-3.
split. When writing Chopping Mall, co-writer Steve Mitchell wanted his sexy teen victims to stand out among the genre by fighting back. So in order to be properly equipped
nice.
for that, the dudes head to a sporting goods store named Peck and Paws.
How are we gonna get in? Don't worry, I got the keys.
There,
That works.
this wild bunch arms themselves to the teeth with various firearms, which is all kinds.
Yeah, I mean, if they ever complain, we'll just blame it on the evil robots. I mean, they're the one attacking us. Anyway.
Of hilarious when you remember that this was filmed inside a California shopping mall. Then composer Chuck Serino, whose work in this movie is truly fantastic, gets to play around a little bit by giving the guys their own spaghetti western theme.
Look how Marty's the one with like the propane tank.
Killbot number 1 shows up and the dudes open fire on it. But because neither side of this firefight could hit the broadside of a battle bot, they end up just rolling a propane tank at the Killbot's treads and shooting it to make it explode. Fun destruction, but Killbots aren't going on the list because let's face it, robots aren't people. Sorry, L3. Meanwhile, in the air ducts, the Killbots have cranked up the heat in order to flush the women out.
They're trying to French fry us.
Susie ain't no goddamn potato, so she ain't looking to get French fried. Instead, she freaks out and kicks open a vent so they can escape into this Pep Boys or whatever. Susie's in full-on hysteria.
I was gonna say Home
not
Depot,
unlike her
but
character in You're Next, but thankfully, the capable and mechanically inclined Linda is here, and she's able to show Susie and Allison how to arm themselves with Molotov cocktails and road
gasoline.
The dudes are fixing up a propane tank bomb on top of the Park Plaza elevator when Killbot 1 reawakens itself from its apparent destruction. The guys don't notice at first though, because they're too busy exchanging cheesy dialogue.
I almost forgot. How much do I owe you for the beer?
Forget it, man. We get out of here, you owe me a 6-pack.
Do you hear anything unusual?
Only my heartbeat.
They do finally perk up when they hear Susie screaming, since the ladies have found themselves fleeing from Killbot number 2. Their gas tank Molotov cocktail only ends up making it look like a bot out of hell, and since it's all revved up with no place to go but forward, it starts shooting at the 3 women. It's okay if you miss one, Killbot. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. The Killbot shoots down Susie, who screams because she don't want to die. But Protector 2 thinks that heaven can't wait.
Thank you, and have a nice day.
With one shitty laser blast, the gas tank blows up, and an explosion so hot it triggers the transformative property of Barbara Crampton into a male stunt double. It's not a full
I guess they couldn't find a lady one in
still
time.
got her screams. Oh my god, dude, she takes forever to burn to death. The dudes show up and shoot at the Killbot, but it's pretty obviously bulletproof, so they run away and lure it into the elevator in order to spring their trap. Rick arms the propane bombs and leaps out of the way, while the others up above shoot at the tanks with their guns. To certify her final girl worthiness, Allison ends up being the one who sinks the shot, which causes a colorful bunch of fireworks to go off and destroy Protector 2 after the elevator falls down the shaft and crashes in another big explosion. They blow so much shit up in this movie. The surviving
How
teams
is the
hatch a
actual
plan
police
to
not
get to
showing up at
Ball's
this
main
point?
computer
Seriously.
and shut the Killbots down that way. And Greg, incensed by Susie's death, takes the lead.
Let's go trash the fucker.
But that just gets him killed after he finds Protector 3 waiting for him at the top of an escalator. It grabs him and throws him over the 3rd-story railing, giving us a pretty solid stunt fall in this actual mall that leaves Greg dead and the Killbot able to use its catchphrase again.
Have a nice day.
In a fun...
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't like 5 stories up that's usually the death rate? Or I can't remember. Like, it'd be like a certain story that it would be like an instant fatal zone of skyscrapers or something. Right? I don't remember. Was it like 5 stories up and you're dead? Or I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Like, I mean, if you land it right, you should be fine with the 3-story drop. Sorry, I'm just doing like a quick search up. Let's see, 20. Oh, let's see. Normally not very far. People usually survive falls from 20 feet to 25 feet. Okay, so that's 2 and 2.5 feet. Above that, things get very deadly. Alright. So, makes sense. Okay, so that would be like a deadly fall if they landed wrong. Otherwise, they should be fine. Anyway.
One example of how low this movie's budget was, the Killbots were voiced by director Jim Wynorski. Not because he really wanted to or anything, they just didn't have anyone else to do it. The Killbots chase after the teens and even take escalators that were actually too narrow for their design. In this shot, you're looking at a crew member wearing a Killbot casing. Despite their mechanical disadvantage of being slow-ass motherfucking robots, they managed to catch up to the kids and shoot Allison in the shoulder as they make it into another store and shutter the gate behind them. Obviously, that gate ain't gonna do shit though. While the kids catch their breath, Allison makes a real dumbass suggestion.
You know, maybe we'd all stand a better chance
We split up.
That Ferdy vetoes with vigor.
The moment any one of us go out there, we're dead meat.
Oh, I forgot that Chopping Mall was a twofer. Everyone's real upset right now, but honestly, I can't imagine why.
I guess I'm just not used to being chased around a mall in the middle of the night by killer robots.
Oh yeah,
can't blame
probably
yeah,
do
that's
it.
true.
See what I mean about the almost meta?
And you're
it's so weird and wonderful. As the
not to
Killbots
mention, like,
break
fiancés
through,
are
the kids
dead.
decide on some kind of plan using mannequins, but it's gotta be the worst fucking plan I've ever seen, since it involves them standing among the dummies as Protector 3 arrives for another shootout. Why would they stand right next to the decoys? Why would they do that?
Shouldn't they
Oh man, these kids are dumb. I guess the reason they're standing there is so they can uncover these mirrors, which reflect the Killbot's laser beams right back into itself. That sends Killbot
Also,
number 3 into a robotic rage, where it spins around firing blindly and raising the roof. During its berserker mode, it hits Linda in the stomach, and
Lydia
that
down.
one simple laser shot puts her down for good. I mean, we've seen these lasers barely singe skin and also blow up a frickin' head, so might as well have something in between, right?
All right,
Linda's
Lydia.
death causes Rick to lose it. And he hops on a comically undersized motorized thing and drives it very slowly into the Killbot. The crash, if that's what you wanna call it, starts an electrical surge that spreads to Rick and kills him. And hey, that death is cool and all, but could we get another explosion?
Thank you.
Yeah, good old explosion
All right,
next
2
to a
bots
fake
down,
body
one more
on
to
the
go.
ground. Doesn't get any better than this. Ferdy and Allison run off to find the Killbot computer and split up after all, because hey, this is a slasher from the 80s. But they're reunited shortly after the last remaining Killbot finds Allison and she screams for Ferdy to save her. He shows up quickly and shoots out Protector 1's visor, and hey, that actually works.
Laser malfunction. Laser malfunction.
The Killbot chases the Ferdster back out into the mall, and after Ferdy throws a fire extinguisher at it, Protector 1 pulls the old "I am rubber, you are glue" trick and knocks Ferdy the fuck out, cracking his head open on the floor.
Have a nice day.
You know they're not having a nice day, robot. Shut the fuck up. Allison,
Yeah, the hell, dude, you're killing him.
flees from Killbot number 1, but luckily she stuck a flare down her blouse earlier on, because that flare and some cans of paint from this mall's Home Depot are gonna be the ingredients for one bitchin' colorful finale. Oh, look like she's making Superman ice cream soup. Protector 1 crashes through a glass wall to get to her and gets his stupid robot treads all covered in paint. Allison gets out of the hardware store with actor Kelly Maroney slipping for reels on her way out and turns the Killbot catchphrase back around against her antagonist.
Have a nice day, fuck 'em! Also with the echo.
And with that, we get our final giant explosion. The kind you shoot with multiple cameras and use all of the angles for, which destroys Protector 1, the third and final Killbot. Allison recovers and glances over at the charred robot corpse, and on her way out of the mall, she finds that Ferdy has survived. So I guess they just decided to sit that last robot battle out. Thanks for doing all the work, Allison.
Makes sense.
The movie ends with the two of them embracing each other in the courtyard, which is followed by a Predator-style sitcom end credits that thankfully includes this clip for Susie Slater.
Oof, poor Susie.
That's great. Oh, and for all of you post-credit enthusiasts, yes,
Here we
there's
go.
a quick shot of a Killbot saying its catchphrase one last time.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
How many kills did these Killbots kill when these Killbots could bot kill? Let's find out.
Let's find out and get to the numbers. Hey, yo! Yeesh!
9 people died in Chopping Mall, averaging out to 3 kills a Killbot. Not bad. The victims included 6 men and 3 women, giving us a 2-to-1 gender ratio, and with an itty-bitty runtime of 76 minutes, that comes out to a kill on average every 8.44 minutes. You know the golden chainsaw for coolest kills.
Oh yeah, that
goes straight to
explosion.
Leslie.
Duh.
No damn question about it. That chick's head blown up has been stuck inside my brain since I was a kid, and I'll probably carry it with me for the rest of my life. Doll Machete for lamest kill will go to Linda, who took one to the gut and called it a day. And that's it. Chopping Mall had
think I
a
would've
limited
just gone with the
theatrical
Crash
release in
execution,
1986
'cause that was
under
kinda
the name
necessary.
Killbots, and wouldn't find a cult fan base until after its video release with the new title Chopping Mall. Thanks again to Loot Crate for
Odd, but
sponsoring
fair.
this episode. And until next week, I'm James A. Janice. This has been The Kill Count. Thanks a lot for watching.
Yeah, I guess when considering, like, you know, sorry, just trying to remember the name. Tremors had a similar aspect, you know, not that good in theaters, but Gannicle bowling in the video market. Not surprised. I guess I just wanted to wait for it to get home or something. I don't know. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, like, subscribe for more. See ya.